Fellow of Juries, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Haraini. Today I would like to talk about my research proposal presentation with my interesting topic about the effectiveness of the hotel restaurant branding in developing customer brand equity. Firstly, I would like to open my research proposal presentation with the background of study. Opening with the failure of hotel restaurant in the world, according to Trump in 2013, the hotel in New York had to close down because the guests did not rely on the hotel restaurant branding. For example, 2002 Hilton Hotel in Manhattan, the strategic area had to eliminate the room service as well as the F&B outlet because of the guests perceived the hotel restaurant as an exorbitant and very luxurious area. Therefore, the hotel lose the number of guests, especially for working guests. So, why I'm very interested in the area of hotel restaurant? Because this is the very significant segment of hotel operation. According to FHS 2013, they said that in hotel industry, most of the revenue is from room and F&B outlets. Therefore, this hotel segmentation is very specific and very interesting topic I would like to look at. However, in the research of Strick and Rapo in 1997, they show that the perception of the manager is still considered the hotel restaurant is a supporting functional area inside the hotel rather than a main functional area. So, branding and branding activity, how can it push up the image as well as the sustainability of hotel restaurant? Please have a look into the research of Chong and Leong in 2013. He said that the power of branding will help the restaurant business to survive from the crisis and push up the sale of the restaurant in particular and for the hotel in general. Branding activity will show the hotel image, the concept of the entire hotel, therefore it can capture the perception of the customer and they will frame a new expectation when they enter into the hotel restaurant. So now I would like to go for the problem statement after I show on the background study. My problem statement is, in America and European countries, the restaurant inside the hotel have to use their branding strategy and a method to attract and sustain customers. However, in Asia, the concept of branding are being underestimated and underutilized. They still rely on the hotel branding activity rather than taking initiative to apply their own branding to sustain and enhance the retention by customer brand equity. For my objective, I would like to have three. The first one, to examine the customer perception toward the hotel restaurant branding. Secondly, to identify the factor influencing the customer perception about branding of the hotel restaurant. And the third one, to identify the customer expectation toward the brand of the hotel restaurant. For the research questions. The research questions will be designed based on the objective number 1, 2, and 3. For objective number 1, I have 3 questions with the CBBE standing for Customer-Based Brand Equity Model to examine brand equity and customer perception. The 3 questions for objective number 2 will be related to the demographic differences and customer intention to perceive. And the last one, 2 questions will support the expectations. Now, to strengthen my research, I would like to go for literature review. The literature review of mine will be based on 3 areas I would like to look at. The first one, the implication of branding in the restaurant. So, the research of Puan and Chong in 2012, Pham and Leong in 2004, and Scoot in 2012 stated that the branding creates a superficial first impression of the restaurant, and branding strategy can improve the restaurant image. Furthermore, the second area I would like to look at is the factor influencing the effectiveness of branding. It's the area of CAR in 2012, Hodge and I worked in 2009, and they are looking at the relationship of the restaurant experience and brand with the customer loyalty, the influence of society about brand toward the customer perception, and brand equity and impacts to the customer choice. The third area I would like to look at is the customer perception and expectation toward branding, with the 3 areas about branding equity is the area of Kim AR in 2003, customer purchase intention and satisfaction toward the brand is the research of Han AR in 2009, and the restaurant branding strategy toward the loyalty of the customer was done by Ben Schleisen AR in 2009. However, when you look on through of the literature review, was searched since 2000 up to 2013, we have the gaps in this area. That's why I would like to fill in the room of the research. The first one is on the area I prefer to only concentrate on what kind of element to identify rather than answer the question why. Secondly, it does not show which of the most suitable dimension for hotel to look into to examine further in the future. Furthermore, the quantitative method was highly used and the qualitative methods only applied in 1 or 2 articles only. And furthermore, the previous research is not mentioned about the hotel restaurant in specific. That's why my topic is become more interesting. So now I would like to go for conceptual framework. Conceptual framework is designed based on the objective. So you see we have 3 areas I would like to look at, like customer perception, factor influencing, and customer expectation. So the model I would like to use is CBBE model by Taylor in 1997. We have 2 different areas I would like to look at, the CBBE measurement model and CBBE development model. For methodology, the first one, research approaches. The research will focus on the scope of guest dining in the fine dining restaurant to examine the level of influences of branding and the factor influencing the customer perception. And then we try to identify the customer expectation. As such, the quantitative method will be highly used for my research. Based on the questionnaire distributed and SPSS system will be used to analyze. The research respondent, my respondent will aim to the business and leisure travelers. The methodology in research study insight, according to KG and Morgan in 1970s, the relevant sample for our research is 384. However, I will choose 400 respondents in case got the mistake in the answering the questions. Quantitative methods will be used to test the theory and estimate the size of phenomena of the interest. In my topic is about branding in hotel restaurant. 2 different data will be collected. The first one, the primary data, will be the sales report with the application of questionnaire. And the questionnaire will be written in a formal written document with the closed-end questions and open-ended questions. Secondly, is the Likert scale will be applied with the scale from 1 to 5 rather than 1 to 4 or 1 to 7. I only concentrate on 1 to 5. This is the questionnaire design according to the objective number 1 and 2. So this is the area I would like to look at, like brand awareness, brand image, perceived quality, brand loyalty. And for the objective number 3, I would like to look at the judgment and feeling. For further detail, actually I just chose the area of the stage number 3 of CBBE development. So you can see I will touch into the perception and expectation of the guest. Data analysis method for the objective number 1 and 3, I would like to analyze the ordinal data. So I would like to use chi-square test. However, in the objective number 2, I would like to use the compare mean in ordinal data. So I am using 2 independent sample tests and k independent sample tests respectively. For expected findings, I have 3 expected findings. The first one, to identify what the customer are thinking about the restaurant branding. Second, to find out the influence of the demographic factors and type of guest into the perception and expectation. And the last one, to indicate what and how the customer are expecting toward the brand of the hotel restaurant. To conclude my presentation today, as you can see that branding in hotel restaurant is a new and very interesting topic. And this topic will be examined based on 400 respondents with the survey method, and the questionnaire will be analyzed by SPSS. The research may show the perception of the customer toward the hotel restaurant branding, identify the factors influencing them, and show the desire of the customer toward the hotel restaurant branding. The research is relevant for the future operation of the hotel to capture the customer needs and wants. The CBBE model will be highly used, and however, I would like to express a bit of the limitations such as the constraint of time, constraint of finance, and the variable of testing. For further information, please look at my reference list on the screen. That's all for my presentation today.